is famous because of his face.
The cat.
The cat.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably more famous than us.
I think so. Yeah, for sure. Hello, welcome to
SNT Chats,
where I bring you pets in China.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, lovable pets. I love animals.
She's a cat woman.
Or a dog, or a snake, or a tiger, or a polar bear. Like, I love all animals.
Snakes?
Yeah, snakes are cute.
Okay. I personally can't say I love all animals because I have OCD and I have super hygiene OCD.
Oh,
But I don't hate them. I can't say I love them. But
you wouldn't want one.
no, sorry.
I would be a cat lady. I would be a dog lady if I can. I would be a horse lady if I have the money. But horses are expensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on. Moving on.
Moving on. All right. So I was on Instagram and then I strolled on a video. It was Liu Yuning, the Chinese actor who's like.
Okay. No. He is not an actor.
He's not? Oh, he's a singer. So his name.
Sorry, but I'm a huge fan of him right now. Like, he's one of my top Chinese celebrities right now. So he started out as a streamer singer, song cover songs, and he just blew up. And then now he became famous, and he's a singer originally, and now he's also acting.
Yes.
上去，出来。我问你，桌子上的芹菜炒肉是谁吃了一半？说。现在胆子大的啊，敢自己爬桌子上吃我的东西，啊？ 趴下！给我趴下！趴下！我告诉你，如果你再有一次敢上桌吃东西，我绝对不会放过你。听见了吗？
So in the video, it was of Liu Yuning's dog, and then he was like, "Okay, go on the sofa," and then he's like, "Did you eat it? Did you eat my dish?" It's like, "How could you do this?"
Yeah, I saw that.
It was so cute.
Yeah,
so cute.
Yeah, so cute. Yeah, he was like, and the dog was just like,
yeah, and then he was like asking the dog in that actor voice too. So then after I saw that, I did scroll a couple of other videos, and then another video that I saw is really, really heartbreaking, right? So I'm gonna pull it up for you guys now.
我养了4年多。
呀，话都没让我说一说，现在啊，
那你先说。
我们以为只是流浪猫。
不可能！哎，我上面名牌电话都有，你这个理由不牵，太牵强了吧？
再给你买一只猫呀。
我不要，我就要它呀！
打个电话就解决的事情，我们还会给钱感谢了，直接扔到河里淹死了。
In that video, I know it's really short, but then the gist of it is, so in China, people who live in like their own communities, there's like big apartment buildings, and then there's Wuye, which is kind of like the person in charge of the basically the landlord of the thing, right? So this person is in charge of, I don't know, security, like just going around making sure people are okay, right? So then the video is about one of the people who's living in that community. Her cat went out into the public area of the community, and so keep in mind this cat is a Maine Coon. So first of all, it's really expensive.
Okay.
And then second of all, this cat has a collar.
Oh,
and
okay.
then on that collar, there's a name tag with the owner's number on it.
Oh, okay.
And then the 物业, the
Property
landlord,
manager?
the property manager was like, oh, I thought it was a stray cat. So then I put it in the bag and I threw it in the river.
Wow. Okay, why?
Because, I don't know.
Wait,
because
so-
they feel like it.
Is there something like against stray cats in China?
So we're going to get to that. But there is kind of like a thing that's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, we see stray cats. Like, I don't think anybody really does anything to them.
Yeah.
Like, you just let them
Yeah.
roam around.
Yeah. And I also want to bring up another video that I saw on Instagram.
把猫放下来，养猫也是生命，
很好，你们这一排都是爱猫人士，是不是？
不是爱猫人士。
我跟你说，这个猫的生命是什么？
如果下辈子你拖成猫，我要拽着你，我告诉你，我不薅着尾巴，我薅着头发，我害死你，知道吗？
这猫不是人，这种事不用主动知道吧？好吧，警察来，猫咋了？我跟你说，
猫狗就不是生命了吧？
对，它是命，但是它的命是它的血，跟我们人不一样。
So in this video, this person was basically abusing the cat on the street, and then the person who came was like, "You put that cat down right now."
Yeah. The person was like just hanging the cat and like swinging with the tail or something.
Yeah,
This-
for all of us who love cats, we know how much that will hurt the cat.
and holding on
Because
the tail.
the tail is connected to the spine. Mm-hmm. So if you pull on it, you'll pull on the spine.
I mean, I feel like that guy is a little drunk. The one that was holding the cat. But I think what he said was cats and dogs are different than humans. We have different blood.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But that's not an excuse.
Because the other person was like, "Oh, you know, don't do that to the
A
cat."
life.
Yeah, don't
It's
do
a
that.
life.
It's a life. You
Yeah.
know. And then the person responded, "They're different than humans."
Basically, he's insinuating that they're lower than humans.
Yeah, I mean, but there is a saying in China, 猫狗不如. You know, when they say a person, describe a person, that means that person lives a life worse than cats and dogs.
Yeah.
Kind of
No, but that's saying that you're not even.
as good as cats and
Yeah.
dogs. I mean, I don't know if that connects to this thing, but that just reminded me of that.
So the last thing that I want to bring up for you guys today is so in China, recently last year around this time, I think, almost. I think June, July-ish, there's this guy who bought a house with a yard for his 2 dogs, right? And then when his dogs were out in the yard, on the security camera, he sees someone throwing food over the fence,
Okay.
right? And then when the dogs ate the food that was on the ground, they died. Both of them died.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the original post, the owner of the dogs, found out that it was his neighbor who threw that poisoned food.
Okay.
And it was discovered that the neighbor had like connections to like the police or like with a government official.
So he couldn't get in trouble.
Yep. So why this came up again is because now the owner, he deleted all of his videos. He said, I can't do anything, so I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay, my first question is, why did the neighbor do that?
You don't know. You don't know. People
Like-
are just psycho. Like
But like, did they disturb him or like?
no, they were in a fenced-in yard.
Yeah, but so I don't understand. Like, what's the initiative behind that action?
Well, we don't know. We will never know what other people think, but you can always infer, I guess, that maybe he can do it because he can.
Just because he wanted to.
Yeah, just because he's wanted to. Yeah.
This
so,
just makes me think. Okay, so we get a lot of hate comments.
No, it's not even go that.
I know, but I'm just saying, the owner cannot say anything right now
Yeah.
because the other person has connections with power
Yeah.
in China, like
Yeah.
the police, higher officials, and this owner doesn't, so he cannot even fight for his rights
Yeah.
or fight for his pet's justice.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think in America that would happen.
No, that wouldn't
Yeah,
happen.
that wouldn't happen. I'm pretty sure in America you can get some kind of justice.
Yeah.
You know, at least a apology,
Yep.
something, you
Yeah.
know? I don't know why someone would do that. Like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just so weird. Like, why?
It just kind of says things about the people in China. Like, not just the person who has connections,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Because there are a lot of other cases where people would inject poison into pets' food. So let's say I'm buying from an online market.
Wow.
And then when they send that package, sometimes it says pet food. So then people would use a needle and then they would insert the poison in the pet food. There's a lot of videos, like you can see like people, like a lot of pets died because of this.
I just don't understand what benefits do they get out of doing this? Like, what is this whole point of doing this?
Nobody knows, you know.
Or they
it's-
just cycle like
yeah, basically.
weird people.
And then it's not just pet food, you know. It's like sometimes they see like these like small needle holes in their food also, like
Human food.
human food.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm speechless. I don't know
Yeah.
what to say. Like, it just
Yeah.
feels like I don't want to generalize Chinese people, but I feel like some things that happen in China are just not human.
Mm-hmm.
And like when like all these videos of the dogs and cats and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like I just feel like some people, they just want to do bad,
Yeah,
and they have no heart towards anything.
yeah. There was
Anyone, any objects,
Mm-hmm.
any animals, like they just I'm just gonna do whatever. But you know why?
Why?
Because they don't believe in God. You know, they don't believe any retribution will happen to them. So they
Right.
feel like I can do anything bad and nothing's gonna happen to me.
Yeah.
We all live, you know, we all die, nothing's gonna happen to me. That's why they do it.
It does make a lot of sense.
It does, yeah. Because
Yeah.
I think people with faith or believe in Christianity or any kind of faith, you know, we all know if you do bad things, you'll go to hell.
Yeah,
And if you try to do good things, you might make it to heaven.
Yeah.
You know? But, you know, I think that's the same with Chinese people because the Communist Party, like, destroyed all that.
yeah,
So they don't believe in any of that. So they're like, I'm just going to do bad thing. Like, imagine if, like, you didn't believe in any kind of retribution.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably like, okay, I need money. Let me just steal some from someone, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why.
yeah. So I do want to bring up one last case that happened to pets. A lot of our American viewers might know, but he's called Mr. Fresh. It's a cat called Mr. Fresh. The Chinese name is 新鲜哥.
Oh.
So why he's called Mr. Fresh? So there's a couple of machines in China who, if you pay like a certain amount of money, you can give out food for the cats. And then it's like basically live streaming all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. So then Mr. Fresh is famous because of his face.
The cat.
The cat.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably more famous than us.
I think so. Yeah, for sure. He's famous because of his face, and he's famous for a second reason, which is how he got his name. Right.
Okay.
So when a lot of the viewers of the live stream, when they give out food, a lot of different cats, rodents, mouse, they all eat the food, right? But then there's this one case where a bird came and ate the food, and then the bird decided to leave something else inside, right?
okay.
And then when Mr. Fresh came, he was like, what in the world is that? I'm not eating that. So then he's just sitting there waiting for food.
Aw.
And then when viewers came in, they were like, hey, there's food. Why isn't he eating? So then when they gave like a certain amount of money and then fresh food came and then the cat started eating.
Oh.
That's how he got his
So
name.
cute. That's pretty cute.
Yeah.
Smart cat.
Yeah, very smart. So these kind of machines are like very popular in China, right? It's live streaming the cats. And then a good thing is that it's feeding all of the stray cats, right? But the bad thing is there is a group in China who abuse animals for a living. And then they put out a reward to whoever who can kill Mr. Fresh.
Wow. So is this like a gangster or
This
just
is like a group of people who's, I guess, they're unhappy with their current life and want to on something weaker than them, you know, because they can't do on a human being, because a human being will fight back.
I'm just speechless. Where do Chinese people come up with all these
Yeah.
crazy things?
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
So is this still ongoing? Like,
So Mr. Fresh is okay now. He got saved.
so some people did try to go attack him.
Yeah. So apparently the police, the official report was that, oh, he had a bit of an eye problem. That's why.
The cat.
Yeah. But then we don't know if it's true or not. We do know that other cats has been poisoned by someone. I can't say if it's from the same group or not, but Mr. Fresh has been attacked.
Oh, so he has been attacked.
has
but
been
the
attacked.
reward is to get him killed.
Yeah, I think so. Oh. Yeah. And then he got sent to the emergency care, and now he's fine, and he's living in a very loving home. Who's probably,
Someone adopted him?
Yeah, someone adopted him.
Oh, that's good.
As what Selena said, we don't like to generalize the Chinese people, but it's like a big, I wouldn't say a big majority, but a lot of people in China who don't like pets, that's fine, you know? But that doesn't mean you get the reason to harm them in any way.
Yeah, like I said in the beginning, like I can't say I'm a pet lover.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't do like why would I do harm them? Like, doesn't bother me. It doesn't like even if like they like, you know, bother me or something, like a dog chase me, I would just avoid it, you know, or don't interact with it.
Right.
But I'm not gonna harm them
Yeah.
for no reason or
Yeah.
for my personal reason. Like,
Or for personal enjoyment, like
Yeah.
you like abusing things. You know, I think I saw in NCIS that, or something like that, or CIS, something like that. That's like first psychopath will harm small things, and then they move up to animals, and then once that doesn't bring enjoyment, they will move on to people.
when the phone rings, there's a Korean drama. It recently aired like a few months ago. And in that movie, the third main character, the guy, he was like that.
Oh,
In the beginning, yeah, he killed like small animals, like you said. And later on, he started, you know, humans.
Yeah.
That's why his mom actually locked him up.
Oh.
But you are very right. They start out, well, from that drama, at least, they start out like that. And because he's isolated, he still takes enjoyment of killing fish. So when he's like, you know, slaughtering the fish and everything, like he's so much joy and watching blood gusting out, and like, oh, the actor did really well. But yeah, he was like a psychopath. But yeah, I guess there are a lot of psychopaths in China. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
But I think ultimately all this things comes down to is how the government, the Communist Party, destroyed Chinese people's belief
yeah.
and
Yeah.
believe in the divine and God.
Yeah.
That's why people are just straight, like out and does whatever they want and thinks nothing will be wrong with it. And money is everything. Money, power is everything. I think that's why there's no heart to it. I mean, honestly, like we're not trying to bash China or bash the Chinese people. Like,
Yeah.
we are Chinese. Yes, I can say I am a banana, but I am still Chinese. But it's really ultimately, you know, the government, you know, and really there are really good Chinese people. They're still, hopefully, you know, they are really good. But the government has turned people to become psychopaths, honestly.
I'd say this all started during the Chinese Revolution.
Yeah.
Right, where they turn children against their own parents. They turn students against their own teachers. They tore down and they burn a lot of religious books,
Yes.
statues, things like that. I think that's how it all started. It started with the revolution when all the bad things were said as being good.
Yeah. Okay. So this video is gonna come out after Mother's Day, but just like the first, like going against your parents. Like think, if a organization had you go against your parents,
Yeah.
do you think there's any good behind that?
Right, exactly.
Think on that.
Yeah.
Anything, just your parents, they gave birth to your mom, especially, Mother's Day, like she gave birth to you, and a mom's love cannot be explained, and you go against that, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think you can consider any organization telling you to do that to be good, yeah. Because I feel like even in traditional, like in really ancient Chinese culture, actually, even if your parents, especially girls, how there was a guy-girl thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And some girls are like, but you still would never go like persecute your parents. Like
Right.
you won't. That's human morals. Like no matter how bad your parents treated you, like
You would hate them.
you hate them, you can dislike them,
Yeah.
but you're not going to persecute them and like hurt them, like kill them.
Yeah.
Like that. It's just, I think it's something that nowadays people cannot really understand because our morals are just so beyond low right now.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what we wanted to bring you today. Remember to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Okay, bye.